Hi, Kevin McQuiston for Bikecology of Torrance. What we're going to cover today is shifting. Gears, levers, chains, cogs, chain rings, gear inches, all the stuff that's confusing, we're going to make simple today. The gears on the rear wheel are known as cogs. All of them together collectively form a cassette. Where the pedals are attached is known as the crankset. Most bikes have two chain rings, but mountain bikes and hybrids have an inner chain ring strictly for climbing. All others have two chain rings. Road bike shifters are built into the brake levers and have two functions. Hybrids and mountain bikes sometimes will use grip shift, or sometimes are equipped with rapid fire trigger shifters. The thumb makes it easier, your index finger makes it harder. We're using a modern road bike with a compact crankset as an example. A compact crankset affords a road rider a wide gear range without having to have an inside triple chain ring. Right is rear on a bicycle, so use the inside shift lever on the right side to go through your gears. When you get down to the 5th or 6th gear, shift the left lever up to the big chain ring, of course while you're pedaling. After you've shifted to the big chain ring, go through your gears again, this time with the full lever, taking them up to the 2nd gear. Once you've gone up to the big chain ring and you've shifted up to the 2nd gear, you can now go through your entire gear range all the way down to the smallest. As the diagram on the left shows you, your first gears in the back, 1 through 5, are for climbing. Then after you've gone through the 5th or 6th gear, shift up to the big chain ring and use 2 or 3 on down for speed. As you can see on the diagram on the right, you never want to use the small chain ring and the small cog in the back, or the big chain ring on the front and the big cog in the back. It's called cross-chaining, and it's a no-no. Remember, the higher the gear, the harder it is to pedal, but the farther the bike goes. The lower the gear, the easier it is to pedal, but the bike doesn't go as far. Travel on a bike is measured in gear inches. It's kind of a complicated formula, but figure it this way. But every gear in the back and gear in the front combine to make a total of gear inches. Say 51 inches on a given gear means that the bike will roll 51 inches for one complete turn of the crank. If you find your chain rubbing on your front derailleur, most shift levers have a half click or feather mode to account for that. Simply push the inside left lever to feather or trim your front derailleur to keep from rubbing. The typical professional bicycle racer will pedal in the high 90s to low 100 RPM. That's a pedal turn 100 times per minute. A recreational cyclist would do well to keep their RPM or cadence in the mid-80s. So there you have it. Shifting in a nutshell, the easiest way to get around. If it's too hard, make it easier. If it's too easy, make it harder. Shifting is all up to you. But at least you know now how the shifting works. I'm Kevin McQuiston for Bikecology at Torrance, saying, ride on.